الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today I want to speak about the preserving of the Arabic language in the U.S. will become an obligation upon the Tulab al-Ilm in U.S. And why? To preserve the religion, you must preserve the language, which in this case is the Arabic language. And within the United States, an unfortunate situation related to native Arabic speakers, that many of them are failing to preserve the Arabic language even with their own children. And some of these conclusions that I will say why I make these conclusions is that I have met many Arabs in America who children and adult children know nothing about the Arabic language or literature except for dialects. When it comes to the Quran, some of them don't understand it, except for those family members preserve and push for them to learn these things and to preserve these things within teaching them in their own home or in Islamic school or weekend Arabic schools. But it's not enough. You will find for those Muslims who are students of knowledge, those Muslims who have مسؤولية على أطفال من مسلمين نحو الرئيس أو مدير في مدرسة إسلامية ومدرسة الآن أو خاص لمسلمين في أمريكا. So those Muslims who have obligations related to Muslim children, or those Muslims who have obligation on Muslim children in Islamic schools, whether general or private schools, you're going to find that this is going to be an obligation upon these individuals to preserve their Islam, is also to preserve the Arabic language. Some students of knowledge, some imams within the United States, they're very busy in teaching their religion to make sure that the Muslim know his foundation of the religion and solving the Muslim, the people in the community, their problems and their issues. Many of them are busy with these issues, and many of them who graduate from universities, from Islamic sciences, who hold a bachelor's, master's, or PhD, you'll find that many of them are also busy with educating the Muslim, so much so that many of them have tried many times to teach Arabic, and the people who they're teaching fail them all the time, meaning that the people do not have interest. And because the people who don't have interest in learning the Arabic language, they have stopped teaching Arabic, or they not put emphasis into the Arabic language for the general Muslim public, except for themselves or for their own household. or those Muslims who are under their wings. But sooner or later, you're going to find it's going to be a duty for all students of knowledge, or scholars, Muslim scholars, who have this type of understanding, meaning that they understand the Arabic language, where they're going to have to preserve it by mastering it. By mastering it and finding means to educate Muslims so they can understand preserving their language is important, but you're going to find it's going to be a duty on those Muslims who hold those responsibilities, who have amana, ma'al muslimin, the people who have a trust, and al-mas'uliyah, and have a responsibility. You're going to find it to be a duty that's going to be fard. I'll take it to the next notch. It's going to be fard. Why? You cannot preserve Islam without preserving the Arabic language. I don't care what people don't want to learn. It doesn't mean you're going to preserve the religion. You're not going to preserve the religion of Islam through the English language. I'm sorry. And because people who don't want to learn, the Muslims in America who don't want to learn the Arabic language, it's going to mean that you're going to have an obligation to become عالم في نحو، عالم في لغة، عالم في آداب في لغة عربية. And when I mean about آداب في لغة عربية, I'm speaking about Arabic literature and in the Arabic language. We're going to have to become عالم in these fields. Even though it's not a must to become عالم in the Arabic language to be a good student of knowledge. But if you want to become a strong mashayikh, a strong alim, a strong mufti, and preserve the religion, you're going to have to become some form of fashion alim fi lugha arabiyya. It's going to be far on us, because you're going to find from the layman Muslims they won't be able to preserve their religion in this country. And you're going to find that people who are mashayikh, people who are real students of knowledge in America, you're going to find either or, if they die or die off or leave the country, that the people who remain behind here are going to be people in confusion and not understanding the religion. You're going to find the Muslims in the United States, just like how al-Nasara al-Mu'asir al-An لا يعرف أي شيء في كتابي، لا يعرف أي شيء في كتاب القدوس، لا يفهم كتاب القدوس، لا يفهم اللغة في كتاب القدوس. And be like the modern day Christian who don't understand nothing about their Bible, the original language of the Bible. They have no clue, no clue at all. Even they don't even have a desire to learn it. You're going to find the Muslims in America fall in that conditions. Even from the Arab Muslims, I must say, even from the Arab Muslims, many of them in America, they failed their children and they failed the Islam, because many of them themselves I met third generation Arab Muslims, second and third generation American Arab Muslims who themselves do not understand the Arabic language. And some of them who do understand it, they didn't grasp this understanding in the United States. Their parents had to move them to the Arab world or spend some time with them in the Arab world for them to pick up the Arabic language and culture. But that's only a few of them, the ones who really fear Allah and have izzah for Islam and izzah for the Quran and have an izzah fi lugha Arabiya. They have a jealousy for the Arabic language or a jealousy for the religion. These are only people who are doing these things from them. So we're going to find in our time, those Muslims are to level up. You're going to find it fard for us to become al-alim fi lugha Arabiya and to preserve the religion through the language. And if we don't see it as that important, or if we notice the Muslims in the community that are learning from us do not take heed, do not find it important, you always have to remember that the layman Muslim, the everyday Muslim, is not Ahlul Ilm. They are not Ahlul Al. They don't understand their responsibilities related to their religion. Even from the basic duties of the students of knowledge, they don't understand it. One of my associates, he contacted me. He lives in Egypt, and he told me he was in a hotel waiting to go back to Egypt. And he gave me a call. He said he couldn't wait to leave to go back to Egypt. He can't wait. I said, why? He said, man, people find it, just to pray, if you pray 5 salat a day, you're a decent Muslim in America. He said, people barely got time to pray salat 5 times a day, and that's the reality. That's the reality. That is the condition of the layman Muslim in America. No matter what his nationality is. That is many of the condition of the Muslim. Busy with work, busy with paying bills. That's the reality. Related to the duties of Islam, those obligations and duties that we find in the Muslim world that are being preserved, and the Muslims are preserving them, and the ulama are preserving them, and those type of religious responsibilities are being preserved, and those religious knowledge is being preserved. We don't find that in America. So you're going to have Muslims, students of knowledge, you're going to have to sooner or later take that responsibility. And we have good examples of this already from the Ummah of Islam. We have great examples of this. And the best example that I could bring about of the Muslims in a non-Muslim country who have preserved Islamic sciences is going to have to return to the Muslims of India and Ahlul Hadith from India, who preserve many Islamic sciences, including the Arabic language, through Islamic sciences by memorization and teaching and memorizing. Sooner or later, we're going to have to find us, Muslims in America, who are students of knowledge and Tulab al-Ilm, going to have to take these duties and these responsibilities, even if we don't have no help with it. Meaning, we don't have the community's help, or we don't have the government help, we're going to have to find it a duty for the Muslim, especially the Muslim who are students of knowledge, and those Muslims who hold responsibility on educating Muslims, Muslim children, Muslim youth through education system or through a private school. You're going to find it's going to be something that is far. And if it's not happen, or Muslims does not take it serious, or students of knowledge do not take it serious, or the Muslim community do not take it serious, then the Muslims in America are going to find themselves in the same condition of Ahlul Kitab in America. You're going to be in the same boat. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وأشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.